Whatever.
Might move over.
The
Shit,
Maiden
so
of Masks.
All right. Justin, roll to
Listening.
lay fiber. I need Adam to roll a program check on a crush charm.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Huh.
Ooh, that's a new one. I like that.
Everything too close to home. I don't like it.
This is our sanctuary. Why you got to bring work here?
I pressed the button.
wait. I got one for Adam and Rob that they haven't heard yet.
Holy shit, I'm blasting out of both ends! My heart's a season, my lungs a wheezing.
I like it. I'll take it.
That's a thing. That's a thing now. Thank you.
I just brought up Shannon's stream to hear the tail end of it again.
Yeah, good. We're all in this together.
Unfortunate.
Wall of Thorns is serious.
Well, quick little recap, since everybody was here. Nope, nothing. Bad joke. Okay, Adam, what you seem to have missed.
And
Actually, Adam, we have some loose strings to tie up before I get to a recap. I've got a little retcon. Did old Alex Burton lose his virtue?
He sure as shit tried.
So that's a no.
I mean, I would love to say yes.
No for me, big dog.
So if she was open to it, then yes, it did happen.
Oh, fuck yeah!
She was indeed open to the results.
I bet she was. 50s.
The results. I've never heard a more clinical explanation.
Adam, real quick, roll me a d10 to see which book you were bequeathed for such a night.
Okay. Sorry, I'm in the kitchen. Never thought it would come down to the book she bequeaths.
Take a look through my.
That'll be the name of my memoir when I finally kick it and I write my autobiography. It'll be the book she bequeathed, and nobody will be like, "Oh, did an artificer write this?"
Is it gonna be a romanticy or something?
It's gonna be something. Could you imagine Alex trying to write that?
It'd be so awkward.
And then he put his penis, and all the spelling's wrong for some reason.
His robussy.
No, God, no, please.
Sorry, guys, I'm working on it.
Working 9 to 5. He'll figure it out soon. It's fine.
Fuck! Oh, sorry.
What is
it is quite the adventure for him to leave the kitchen and get to his laptop.
I sneezed. I'm like, I am getting a sinus infection. And I sneezed, and it was all backed up. And I think I popped 2 vertebrae on that one.
Jesus Christ.
You mean like the person we heard at work today?
Yeah. That person shit themselves when they sneezed. D10, sir?
A D10.
How'd he do?
A 9. That's the book she bequeathed.
I didn't want to make that joke, but glad someone's a shitter enough.
The book you were given was The Adventures of the Octagon Gang, written by Gemma Lockpick Whisk, in which this gnome sorcerer describes failed inventions for picking bank safes.
Yes.
So while Adam was busy getting it on, or while Alex was busy getting it on, losing his virtue to the brass dragonborn in her bookshop, above her bookshop, you all were maliciously attacked at night, in your sleeps even.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank to the gods of Richstorm's tiny bladder that he was able to hear the sounds of footsteps to wake up, investigate, and saw that they were indeed ambushing your captain underneath the spell of silence. By the time Slate got involved, Masks was unconscious, being led out, and everybody was, as he started blasting, the druid and Winston got involved. You all safely rebuffed the attack. Next morning, you conducted your nice interrogation, got some more information, and then hightailed it the fuck out of Barrow. And that is where we resume our tales as we are in the port city of Gougane. After a successful 2-day shopping experience of finding a druid, a very wonderful staff.
Oh yeah, Alex, we found a buyer for that staff that you had, and we sold some other items so that we could afford some upgrades. But no one else has gotten any upgrades, and I would suggest it because it sounds like we got a lot of fighting in our future.
So, okay, but you found a buyer for it at that price?
Not at that price. So you had been trying to sell it, assuming it had 2 of the Revivifies available, but it did not. It only had 1 because we did use one of those crystals to get a certain Winston out of a tube. So.
Wow, your boyfriend strikes again. It's still stealing my sister and my money?
We got a good chunk of change for these items, but again, I would suggest that everyone else look for upgrades as well, not just me.
So you already sold it that?
It's gone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Discuss finances with the Commodore. That's not my specialty.
Is now.
No.
Wizard.
You can't just call people wizards.
I can.
He's a Commodore, you know.
While we wait for Giacomo to return here, because that's why we're here in Gougane currently, what do you guys want to do?
I've never been asked this before in my life.
You just gonna sit and eat limes?
Yeah, get ham for Mr. Jacobs.
Oh, like you want to threaten me with a good time?
Right.
I have stuff I wanted to do. It's just we have issues with how much time we have to spend in places.
Scout Trooper V, aka my wonderful
That's
DM.
true.
Thank you so much for the 559 of cheers. Game day once again. More hijinks, yes. We're gonna be fighting soon. Very soon. So we only have a couple more days, if I recall, here in Gougane until Giacomo gets here, and then we will, according to the Commodore, we should be heading to Manlius in order to confront the person that Blue wanted to take our Commodore to. Correct?
That sounds
We also really need to stop at a farm.
Yes, we do
No.
have to stop at farms. Although I think that spare 9,000 gold might hold some people over if it gets dispersed among the shipmates.
It will.
It won't.
Tide people over a little bit since they've got some port time. That's got to be nice, right?
How dare they?
How dare you?
I believe that was already established. Yes, we've done that.
Did you already pass out the funds? I don't recall you guys rationing that money.
9,000
Yeah,
gold.
oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
know.
110.
It's math time.
I'm
23.
always doing it now.
Mhm.
Suck that. Let's see. 2 captains, that's right. Me and Slate, 74 gold. The officers, 55 gold and 5 silver.
55 gold.
The crew each gets 337. And the ship gets 222.
And then 5, 6, Pretty nice. All right.
Well, all right.
Hopefully that helps morale until we get to our farms.
No.
It absolutely does help morale.
Yeah, you guys take out whatever you want to do.
Yes.
The
what-
newbies that you picked up a while ago get their first tattoos.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Fucking boots.
Is
Kiss him and fist him, you
Pella
know what I'm saying?
involved in this? He did help people
Better not be.
find.
Pella does know like all the great tattoo artists in almost every port, or at least know how to find them.
He's so good. Now.
He's conducted some operations of things.
I'm so proud of him. Okay, what are you guys doing?
What are you doing?
I've already gotten my upgrade, so I'm hoping that you guys.
I'm
Fine.
leaving. I don't need any upgrades.
Oh, you're too good for that.
What do you want me to do? Spend your money and then leave?
Suck your dad.
Am I a hooker?
Yeah,
So hell hands you a walking combat machine, Shannon?
I've already said yes.
No, well,
Oh, look, it's so pretty here. I
Yeah,
don't want to answer
the only thing I want to
question.
do is potentially an upgrade or two to my pistol, but I don't know if there's a weaponsmith in town that can.
well, maybe spend your time doing that.
That's
Bill,
what I'm
you
going to
need
do.
any upgrades? You want my oath
And-
bow?
Dating my lady.
Well, you'll have to send her a message because I'm sure she stayed back at her library or the bookstore in Barrow. So
Oh shit! Sorry, I missed that part where we left.
we left. Yeah. Oh, also, we did get attacked in the night, so I wouldn't recommend going anywhere on your lonesome. Just a
I would.
heads up.
Travel to your heart's content.
Maybe
Anywhere
travel
you
with
wanna
some
go.
shipmates or with your fellow officers. That's up to you.
During the
As a buddy.
during the
Have a-
raid, were they specifically start targeting the captain?
Yes, they were. They were trying to make him unconscious as quietly as possible and steal him away in the night.
It was blue.
Mm.
It was blue.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense. Arch nemesis, rival. I mean, I would offer it up that we could just put Cat with the captain. Cat has
I don't know how
an
many cats
ability.
you want in one room.
I mean, we can do that, but I mean, we got options. Cat can't be snuck up on. That's my point.
Oh,
Or
he's
surprise.
alert. Nice.
Yeah,
Good on him.
He's also a robot.
Mhm.
it doesn't sleep.
Damn raccoon.
All right, if you feel safe enough, and considering that the last target was simply Commodore, then
I'm ready to
30
drift into the forever
months.
after. I've seen all that life has to experience, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, that reminds me. Alex, you've been a good boy and listening to your sister and taking your tea, right?
Yeah, remember we just bought 40 more portions of it?
did you have
2
any
days
tea the evening that you were romanced?
I would imagine I keep it inside Cat's little compartments.
2 days ago, you've noticed the symptom of where people at the edges of your vision, where like their limbs look like tentacles, but only in your peripherals. That symptom has gone away.
Fantastic. So at this port, I would talk to my darling sister and say, hey, did Mom leave us notes for any apothecaries at this port that could get us the tea that we need?
Let me reference the list she gave me because she was kind enough to tell me every port that she knows of. If I could find it. I feel like going too
Look
far.
underneath Nicholas Island.
And Nicolas Cage.
I fucking love Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage Island. Ugh.
Enough to
That'd
look
be
underneath
great.
him.
Especially
Gougane
enough
wins
to
the
look at.
season, Mr. Renshu Sithreth. Weren't you? This was the same place that you bought it originally. Yes.
Now we've come back here, full circle.
Yeah, so you know he's very friendly and that you bought as much as you could last time, but now that you have a bit more funds, you can get more if you feel ready for that, yeah. And apparently it's working. You would tell me, I would hope. It's helping.
Yeah, you get your daily fucking reports or whatever.
Thank you.
Your med checks. Your wellness checks.
Heaven forbid you have somebody who cares.
No, he
I
only
know,
likes
right?
to say it, and then when you do care, he gets all.
You know, wingacy about it.
That's exactly what it is.
As long as you fucking know, bud.
All right, go to the wins of the season.
Don't season your wins.
The Winston.
You already
of the...
seasoned that Dragonborn's wins. Get out of here.
Oh,
She
that's
got you.
Irish spice.
Go flavor bast her sales.
Excuse me?
No, I will
Am I
not.
losing my fucking mind?
Yes.
That sounds right. Up.
To your answer, though, Alex, from the beginning, there are indeed weaponsmiths here, and there are indeed those proficient in the building of firearms.
Okay, I think the only other upgrade I can get for mine is crit on 19.
As in, you want the scythe pin?
Yeah, but I gotta check and see what I got on there, because I got like 3 or 4 things on there. So,
It does matter.
it do matter. Oh, and then can anybody do anything with any runesmiths do anything with my breastplate? Because I did pay the money to have it prepared or whatever for runesmithery, but we never
Where?
did anything with that.
Luckily, this is a elven port, and they do have a small neighborhood of White Dwarf Kingdom dwarfs that you can definitely find a runesmith.
Fantastic. No need to hold everything up right now. I'm cooking dinner, so I will go back to my computer and check on those things in a moment.
That's the only thing we had to do. Unless Billy's doing shit.
Birch, any upgrades?
Sorry, I was half working. What are we upgrading?
You.
Do you need any weapon upgrades while we have a moment's rest before we will end up in a lot of combat?
Oh,
Like my oath
a
bow?
lot of combat, you say?
Yeah, it's incoming.
This is that safe room where you can save, and it's got all the med kits and the ammo boxes and shit, and that one ominous door.
Cool. If I could have any sort of cool arrows and maybe some gauntlets, that would be cool, or some wrist wrap, something.
They have all manner of arrows in the market: blunt, bodkin, broadheads, and silvered.
Got some
I
blunts.
have 10 arrows of anchoring if you want them.
Yeah, I'll take those. Yeah.
Here,
I'll take the arrows of anchoring and the arrows of bonking, or whatever he said. I can barely hear him.
Bodkin, yeah. Sharpened spike, square profile, designed to penetrate plate and mail armor. You will gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls against targets wearing armor when using this ammunition.
Cool. I'll have some arrows of botulism, and then if you've got any mitts,
10 bodkin arrows are going to cost you 40 gold.
Okay, I will take 10 of them, and then if by some chance I could have some gauntlets.
What kind of?
Like looking for like magical gauntlets, or just like leather gauntlets to go over your
gauntlets that will help me hurt people if I punch them.
I think your fists will do that part.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want gauntlets to make it hurt more.
Can you attune with another item, or does it need to be non-attuned?
No, I can attune with one more item.
Nice.
I have one more attunement.
I have to go find Arn's weapons I built for him. Because there are things for putting it onto your fist for unarmed additional damage. Such things as like leather hand wraps to add bleeding damage, brass knuckles to add a D4 to the unarmed.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Cool. It'll be 5 gold for a set of brass knuckles to add to make your unarmed attacks a D4 plus strength.
I like it.
Okay, I will take one of them. And then, can I buy an uncommon item? I think I have the gold for it.
What is the uncommon item?
It is a tattoo of protection.
A what of what protection?
A tattoo?
A tattoo, yeah.
Oh, word! There are definitely tattoo artists here for sure. What is that? Tasha's?
Let's see. Ooh,
You want?
let me see. What is it
tattoo
called?
of protection, like like an armor tattoo, or just like a shield tattoo?
It's an tattoo. I'm looking for what it's called. Metallic barrier tattoo. D&D. Good to it's
Did I spell metallic wrong?
how much would that cost me?
You said metallic?
Yeah, let me pull up the
Yeah, can you link it?
Oh,
I'm not
boy.
finding it.
Yeah. Give me a
You see
second.
barrier tattoos?
Because yeah, like an uncommon tattoo that only covers like half a limb or like your scalp. Pretty easy.
Requires attunement. Yeah, they require attunement.
And that's if it does go.
Can you look up barrier tattoo?
Barrier tattoo. Oh, okay, yeah, word.
Oh, I have to do it the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, uncommon gives me 12 plus my dex. Rare gives me 15 plus my dex.
Yep. Yeah. Well, uncommon is 12 plus dex. I thought.
That's what I said. Yeah, rare is 15 plus dex.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a tattoo artist proficient enough to give you a barrier tattoo. Where would you like it, and what would you like it to be as?
Say butthole.
Butthole starfish.
No, I would like to get my knuckles tattooed. And on my right hand, it'll say let's, and on my left hand, it'll say cook.
Your daddy's little smoocher.
That's fucking
That is a little
cook.
something.
Let him
Cannon.
cook.
Yes.
All right. The artist does like a little rough sketch on like parchment. You A-OK it, and he takes the magical needle and he begins to use the magical liquid and attune it into your skin where you want it. This whole process takes about an hour. The needle disappears and the tattoo ink goes onto your skin and shimmers until it sets, and now you have a barrier tattoo that you are attuned to.
Sick. How much do I own?
For the barrier tattoo,
What did he say?
He's mathing.
roll me a d6.
Oh. A D6, you say? Okay.
Yar.
It's a 3.
Middle of the road.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
Persuade these balls.
Right.
Where are they?
250 gold.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Done. Oh, Matt.
Both middle of the road.
Pretty cool.
While this is going on,
2.
because this is kind of like an open air, like tattoo little parlor den that he's got, because there's like a bunch of other artists sitting there. Some of the crew, but they're noobs, see you getting your tattoo, and they show off like theirs, where they got like different artwork of the ship, or like half the ship is like also covered in a mask on the seas and whatnot, or like some have just a plain half mask, and they're like, check it out.
Ooh. Yes, that's very nice. This one didn't hurt at all, and I didn't cry even a little bit. That's a lie. I didn't like any of it. I will never get a tattoo for as long as I live. It was one of the most painful things I've ever endured willingly.
Ah, so Birch
this
is not
your
like
character saying
you
it,
at
or-
all.
Yeah, Birch is a little different than me. He's
The
I'm not
baby.
playing me.
It's got
True,
feelings.
true.
Yeah, he has feelings. He likes to cook.
Skill based characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gotta mute myself again. Weehaw. That's all I needed. What? Weehaw.
Weehaw. Where were we behind?
He has to
hit
mute
him with the
himself
double
because he's
highway.
working. How long
Was
do
I
we
the
have?
last person to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 23rd, but if we want to fast forward to the 29th, we can do that.
Well, I got nothing, so.
Yeah, I already got my item. I'm already happy.
And let's fast forward.
Ooh.
We staying on the ship, we're staying in the inn, we're staying in a hotel.
Hmm.
Just stay in the inn.
Hell yeah.
So, what do you think this is? A sea captain or?
I'm staying in the hotel. Gah.
I'm staying anywhere that will give me inspiration.
Bill's dead.
I hope we haven't annoyed this innkeeper too much.
No, they
Pissed
love
off.
us.
He's getting
Piss
paid.
off.
These gnomes and the elf fucking love y'all.
Hell yeah.
So coming back, Volbjorn's kind of forgot himself, and he's all happy to see you all, and he's hugs all around, and he looks about, and he's completely forgotten what was supposed to transpire, and he's all like, "Wow, well then, where is my friend? And do you have the tuning fork yet?"
Giacomo will hopefully be here very soon.
Oh, right, I forget myself.
Yeah, world hopping is more complicated than we can understand, but hopefully he's been able to find your tuning fork and you guys can finally make it home.
Upon hearing that, Capus speaks up. He goes, "Yes, very complicated, but it's good to know I was close."
Oh yeah, you guys were chatting. You actually were able to figure some of that out?
Yes, apparently, the arcane therium, corporal formulas, I was not tracking.
Wait, so does that mean that you'd be able to do it? Now that you know?
With the tuning fork, I could, yes.
Oh, well, then you must be very powerful yourself. I can't wait to see this. Hi, Drake. Hi. Thank you. Gonna use this thing.
Powerful enough to stay alive.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're all hoping that we all are individually.
Mm-mm.
Except for Commodore, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, brother.
The only way they could get you is if they catch you in your sleep. During a little cat nap.
You're too fast.
And even then,
And even then.
And
we're
even
not there.
So as you guys are chilling out today at this tavern, waiting for Giacomo to come back, it's about mid-afternoon where you hear gasps and shouts and cries come from outside in the street.
What?
I've seen my bean.
Okay, alright, I'm going outside. What the fuck?
Look out a window. What do I see?
When you look out the window, you see and when Prim, when you look out the door, you see it too. A rotating blue light in the form of a dais, just floating in the middle of the air, about 4 feet up the ground, as it shimmers into existence and suddenly splits up and down, half of it falls down to the earth, half of it goes two more feet up in the air. Motes of light begin to touch each point from the top to the bottom as it shimmers into a solid blue light and then begins to fade as the figure of Giacomo appears in the street.
Welcome back.
Yes, thank you. Unfortunately, I have grave news.
He's got a cold.
We figured. All right, come on in. Get comfortable.
I didn't even download it yet. As he comes in and he sees the 3 weary travelers at the side of the tavern, he ruffles around in his pockets and he pulls out a brass tuning fork attached to a disc at the bottom that you can hold the disc in the palm of your hand, and it's got all these ornate arcane runes all around it, carved into it. And he walks over to Vorbjorn and he says, one tuning fork attuned to the plane of Strangeville as requested.
Oh, sweet.
Even behind his porcelain mask, you can see Vorbjorn full smile. You even see Tholdrum's dwarfs glow a cheery red, and Kepisk starts folding his hands over hands and Vorbjorn is just like, what a magical day! At last, my friends, we can go home. Make sure that the evil we vanquished remains vanquished. I appreciate you all remembering us, finding a fearsome friend of yours to be able to do and initiate this quite fine specimen magical item.
Yeah.
We're here for you, really.
The chef in the back goes, really? This is it? You're gone? Vorbjorn pips up his chest and goes, yes, sir, we no longer will take up your rooms. Your establishment is back to your full control. I do bid you a very farewell, and I thank you to let me play my jaunty tunes throughout your bar.
So jaunty.
Fucking ass.
I'm the only one that likes that word anymore.
You see the bartender come around as you hear him when he kind of brushes past you, Slate and Mask. You hear him he walks up and goes to shake each one of their hands. He goes, "It's been a pleasure. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do without you all. I'm actually going to miss the tales. I think no other bard takes the time to flourish up his magical notes into a show quite like you do, so Sir Vorbjorn." Nonsense. My kind will come around again, as the air of the theatrics is known, I can tell. The reverberations of this plane, ethereal music, I can hear it. Oh, but, alas, this is your home, and we shall return to ours.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Vorbjorn nods to you, Captain Mask, goes, the pleasure was mine, Sir Mask. Good luck in defending your world.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
Thank you.
Vorbjorn hands the tuning fork over to Kepisk. Kepisk looks at it, turns it around in his hand. He kind of also brings the fork up to his ear, and he with his little lizard folk claws, tings it, flicks it to make it go twing. And you see Kepisk lick his lips, but he actually licked his eyelid at the same time. He goes, yes, I can hear home. Gather around. Vorbjorn puts his hand on his shoulder. Tholdrum puts his hand out on Kepisk's forearm, and Kepkus holds it up in front of him and begins to say in broken lizard folk draconic tag along kind of language this arcane this arcane the verbal spell of the component for plane shift. As finishing it, he flicks the tines on the tuning fork even harder as it rings out. To all of you, it's like an off-tune string to a harp, and it's kind of like a not that good of a tune. As the spell activates, and these three shimmer from this material plane.
Hi.
Their afterglow images disappear, and the bar is eerily quiet until finally the crackling of the fire comes back to your ears, and you hear the gnome behind the counter kind of give a sigh.
They're gone?
You guys gonna be okay?
Well, the regulars are gonna miss the music.
You will too.
Yeah, we will. Never
They
met
needed to
a
go
bard
back.
that knew so many songs.
It sounds like they had a very vibrant world to sing about, and I hope that we get to keep ours.
Hey, you know.
I hope you all help us keep our world as well.
That's the hope.
Winston clears his throat and says, "Sorry, but to get on to those pressing matters, Giacomo." Giacomo throws a leg over this bench and sits at this table. And he sits down. He puts his forearms against the table. He takes a sigh and he goes, "There was a fake. Somebody broke into my inner sanctum, found the box, made it through its fail-safes, and took out the Power Stone and replaced it with a fake. I think she has it."
Yeah, we figured.
Winston looks standing up, looking down at Giacomo's his old wizened friend, and says, "How did somebody break into your sanctum? I mean, you must have had plenty of warning and fail-safes and alerts and traps." And Giacomo kind of looks to the side. He goes, "And all of them were triggered. But what I could look into with preliminary investigations, I picked up the scent of a demonic presence. I believe Alena, she might be working for her own goals, but I fear she's enlisted help of a demonic nature. She may be in over her head."
It's okay, we can liberate her and her head from her body.
Yes. Well, I suppose you all have a rough plan of how to track her down. This death cult organization she has. Is that true? Nope.
I got a list and a prayer.
Well, the advantage may still be ours. She does not know I'm here.
It's true. She doesn't even know that you're on to her.
And judging from what you've told me, you've only stumbled across some of her machinations. I think if you could be more active in the stumbling, we could potentially draw her out. We can then draw her out into a battlefield or into a position where we could potentially set a trap. We get in close, I will make myself known, and if we can get her organization here dismantled and whatever she's trying to do brought to a halt, surely she'll leave. And as long as I'm nearby, I can follow her and wrestle control of the Power Stone from her and safeguard this world. Or, if you very much like to take it into your own hands, you could remove her head. However, I would want to know that the Power Stone is safe, whether she's stashed it away or whatever demonic presence she's enlisted doesn't know its location.
Yeah, out of curiosity, the Academy, they still don't know about our world at all. If they were to find out, though, would they just destroy
Purge us?
us?
Ah, yes. Dump the failed experiment in the sink.
Right. Like, you weren't sanctioned to make this place. And we aren't even supposed to be here, so...
Not only was I not sanctioned to make this place, but the filament of source world that I used to create this place, it is a grievous crime that was committed. So not only would the Academy want to bring me to justice, but depending on... And he struggles with this next moment, this next thought for a while, and he goes, depending on what the... If the secret was ever get out about this world and how I made it, depending on how the Jinn took this news, depends on the fate of your world in that case. And I don't think the Jinn would take highly lightly to knowing that a part of their world was siphoned to make this. And that's when you see Winston, like, lose... like, you see Winston go pale and, like, drop his jaw, like, what? Yes.
Jin, like a DJIN Jin.
Precisely.
You siphoned part of their homeworld?
I siphoned a part of the water plane to create this world.
Yeah,
Got it.
that makes sense.
Yeah. You'd said water plane before, and I didn't put 2 and 7 together. But, what the fuck, man?
Again, the math was wrong. It was supposed to be no bigger than the inside of a Hewitt haversack or a bag of holding. And unfortunately, it was this whole place. This expanse of water. Stable.
Well, that means that we're definitely not going to be able to get any help from any outside world. We definitely are going to have to take this into our own hands. Great.
It sounds like that, yes.
Well, you have a list, and you know where some of these people are. What if we were to start tracking them down one by one and dispatching them? Or ruining their plans and whatever they're doing. This Wove Garrett Smith procuring obsidian, the Sauviers shipping the stuff out, finding whatever the silo is.
Silo?
He points at the, he points out the one letter that you shared with him.
Hmm. Well, Commodore, Captain, where do we even start on the list? We do have a way to take down their money laundering as far as grouping up with some of the Netherian ports, according to the Viceroy that we spoke with.
That is a good question.
Something about following the money, so taking out the
Money,
Sauviers.
man.
However, Giacomo has the right of it. Wolf Garrett Smith is the one who's been digging for this obsidian in the first place, and we do know where he was last seen.
I have a quick question. I have a nature magic question.
Go ahead.
To who?
So free magic. Can you transmute things or no?
Transmute, as in, what do you want me to
The spell
swap?
Yeah, could you like turn the obsidian into something that isn't obsidian?
Like transmutation?
Yeah, I don't have that ability as of currently, but I may be able to find that in the future.
If we have a future.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're using the obsidian as like a conduit for stuff, and we just remove the obsidian, then it's no longer a problem.
Right, get in there, bap it, turn it into, I don't know, sewer slime.
Yeah, or just like, rock, like, igneous.
Nullify their
okay.
catalyst.
Yeah, okay. I'll be back here.
Also, thank you, Brim.
I have transmute rock. Does obsidian qualify as that? It says
I'll pray to
area
the god of
stone
Google.
or mud.
Yes, it's considered a rock. An igneous rock.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I was gonna say,
an
I was going
interesting
through my earth
concept.
science. I'm like, it is an ingenious rock. Like,
Yep.
It's volcanic rock.
ingenious.
So it would
Transmute
reason to
rock.
believe that if they're using it as a conduit, you could throw a wrench in it with that spell. Just a thought.
At least
Just something that can-
temporarily, but
Yeah.
if they dispel it, then it's right back to where we started.
Yeah, but if you could, distract them by doing that, and they got their spellcasters busy trying to
Yeah,
dispel
it's something that we might need to have in our back pocket in case we start stabbing and things get all obsidian-y.
You have pockets?
Well, once we get close enough
Giacomo-
to wolf, then
Giacomo runs his hands through his beard. He goes, "That might work for any obsidian that has not been imbued with whatever they're using it for."
Thank you,
something
Chief.
about torturing devils, or were they demons? And then using that power into the rocks. We freed a... Was it a devil or was it a demon?
I think it was a devil.
Okay. We freed one. And it was pissed.
Not very
Uh, the story of when you took out Adolin, you said he was smithing obsidian weapons and imbuing them with demonic energies or infernal energies.
Yep.
And if they figured out to do it to weapons, then whatever they're doing with the rest of the obsidian, they could be doing it at a greater scale.
Weapons and the leave behinds, but...
Making a demon tower.
Jeez. Well, I hope that's not the
As I understand
silo.
leave-behinds, they're using those as summoning totems for bringing undead through from the Shadowfell.
You don't think these silos are going to be filled with obsidian, do you?
Well, where I'm from, a silo is a granary, and what you fill with a granary is what you need to sustain. And if they're using obsidian to sustain their efforts, by that logic, I would say that she's amassing obsidian to use with unworldly energies to create as much death as she can in this world. It would be one way to flip it from blue to black, but the scale of death, we would be talking about all life on this side of the plane or the other, or both, to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious she doesn't give a shit about that, so...
Yeah, long term,
She won't.
if she does succeed and we all, perish horribly, the djinns are going to feel the repercussions, right? Of our shard turning black.
Let me say this. If the djinns have not found this world and not have taken a very accurate accounting of the water plane, and have not noticed that I siphoned out what I siphoned to make such a small plane into this stable world, I don't think they'll ever notice. Unless, of course, this is felt in both the Feywell and the Shadowfell, and agents from there could report into the djinn, as Giacomo looks to Slate, and then Winston gets it too and also looks over at Slate.
Giacomo doesn't know shit. I don't think. Unless, what? You think I'm gonna fucking snitch?
No, but a contingency may be needed.
Better watch out.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Commodore, Captain, who's our next target then?
Bust out the list.
Oh, I have it. You want me to list them out for you?
I do. I specifically don't keep track of them because I know.
Give me how many people are left on the list.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's a lot.
We killed
The
one.
first person on the list.
The first person on the list is Alena.
Well, that's the one. I rolled the dice.
That's it.
All right.
I've
Let me
rolled the
simplify
numbers.
this. We
No.
already have eyes on the Solviers, and we do have a way to take them out if we ally temporarily, at least for the raid, with some Notherian ports. However, we also know where Wolf Garrett Smith is, and he's the one actually getting the supplies of the obsidian. So which one do you want to target? The moneymaker or the obsidian digger?
I believe we've already settled.
You know. The obsidian guy.
Okay.
Hey.
Since you don't like our first plan,
Your other plan was to target Blue, but he is tangential to this. He is not an immediate threat. He's an annoyance at best, currently.
speak for yourself.
Okay, well, he's an annoyance to us. To you, he might be a problem.
He has
Which
been.
is us.
Yeah, one team, one fight, Prim.
Wow.
All right, well, then we would have to put the whole, fate of the world on the back burner while we go after Blue, which we can
How
do
many
because
times
Manlius is not
have
far.
we done that?
Too many, and
2
that's why this
fucking
has
years
gotten
of it.
too far.
Not too far enough.
I forgot where Blue was.
Yeah, and we still, we smacked down Devon for a short amount of time. I don't know if he's still dragon hunting, but he probably is.
I know, Dragon.
Yes, we all do.
The gnome's ears twitch, and he goes, "I'm sorry. Did you say dragon hunting and Devon?"
Do you have any pertinent information?
If you're talking about the rich upstart noble, I've heard of him doing recruitment efforts up in Tanyard.
Tanyard?
How recently?
Oh,
I don't know. About 2 weeks ago, a batch of people came in talking about how another upstart noble is back at it. This time trying to put a crew together to go after a gold dragon. But they say this is the same fellow that was throttled from the silver dragon. So I don't know how much luck he's having. But if he's got enough gold, I'm sure there's plenty of fools that will follow him.
And where is this gold dragon?
Well, there's only 3 that I know of. I know of the Alena. There's the one on Grove Island. There's the one on Arakawa Island on the east side, and then there's one up in Blackwater.
Fucking Dragonpedia over here. Holy shit, where you been, buddy?
I'm a tavern keeper. I make it known to know these things.
Yeah, I'm sure plenty of his customers talk.
When people spot dragons, people speak.
Well, Tone Isle is very north, so if you wanted to go north, hit Manlius, smack around this, lieutenant that Blue keeps trying to take you to, and then go straight north to Tanyard to try and cut down Devon, that's a possibility.
If we go that north, we need to pick up Mai first.
Oh, do we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you think that the Viceroy would actually let her go on such an adventure? It's gonna be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Or does this mean that you will be heading out sooner rather than later?
All those things are true.
Ugh. Commodore?
Yeah.
Where are we
too many
headed?
questions. Probably the last fucking place they're gonna look for us.
Right where they wanted to take us.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Well, that leaves...
Imagine failing an abduction, and then the motherfucker you're trying to abduct
shows up
just
anyway.
rolls up with a goddamn fleet of ships and was like, "I heard you asked for me."
Heard you were
Yeah, they're
talking
probably
to
all
me.
mad about it. You know? Talk shit, get more shit talked on you. Idiots.
Alright, well, Commodore has made it crystal clear we are headed to Manlius, and Captain, you've mentioned that you want us to go back for Mai first.
I said I'm going to.
What was it you guys said before? If one of us is going, we're all going. So we're all going back to Barrow before we head to Manlius then.
Yeah. That's true. We said that.
You did, and I unfortunately am listening. Bless you.
Unfortunately, eh? Well, the sooner the better, then.
Well, Giacomo, do you have things to do elsewhere, or shall you be coming along?
Well, I could be of use with you all, or perhaps I could do some more research. I do know how to get around. Perhaps I could take the other names of the list and try to figure out whereabouts. Do you have maybe a place of operations where I could set up, where you would be returning often?
I don't think we return anywhere often enough.
This, I almost said swamps. You know the one. The farm with Uncle Ben.
The farm with Uncle Ben. Which
Nope.
which one did we have Uncle Ben originally at? He's no longer on a ship for us because that one was taken down, remember? We haven't replaced it yet.
Alex, would you like to step in here?
Yes. He's been traveling under a false name to get back to one of our farms, one of our crew, and I had him working on the Hampton Tree Sap farm, which is where my estate is.
Your estate on Grove Island?
Yes, to improve that. Everything's been all hush-hush, traveling, being coy and all that other stuff, and looking to get a ship and a crew put together.
Giacomo did mention, you did mention that you know Grove Island, yes?
Yes, I'm very familiar with it. Winston kind of snorts like, better be, it's where you left me. Giacomo looks at him kind of hurt, like, I didn't leave you, I left you entombed. It saved your life.
Allegedly.
Well, he's here now.
It preserved you from death. Alright, well, Uncle Ben would probably be here. He's making his rounds to collect funds from the start a new ship and crew.
Please look for
While
the Burton
improving.
estate on near Leafy.
It's a beautiful farm on the outskirts. I kind of want to take my girlfriend over there. Oh, hey, by the way, guys, I got a girlfriend.
I don't think after one night that's
Didn't ask.
how that. Okay.
Wow, that's
Yep.
mean.
He
Congratulations,
pulls out his
Alex.
repeating pistol.
Very well. Well, after a long rest, I will make my way to Leafy and to Grove Island.
You don't need any help getting there, do you?
He shakes his head. No. I just need to rest up. It's hard. It's pretty taxing on a body to hop worlds.
I turn to the innkeeper and say, I'd like to pay for his room here for the evening. How much for that?
The innkeeper holds up a hand and goes, you five and all your friends are welcome. Not your whole crew, but you all and any of your acquaintances are very much always welcome in this establishment. He can take Volbion's old room. We'll do a turn-down service on the bed and make sure everything's fresh.
Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure.
Classy establishment.
Well, on to Manlius then. We've got a lot to do and a lot of people to fight and possibly kill or maim.
Why not both?
We going to Manlius or we going to Barrow real quick?
Ah, right.
Oh my, oh my.
What a wonderful day.
Uh-huh. Says the woman who's been traveling with her boyfriend since forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's accurate.
She had Pella
Found him,
first.
found him in a box and just went, "Ooh, this looks nice."
Yep.
We keep these.
I think I'll wear him.
What the?
Like a
Oh,
coat.
all right. Fucking, why don't you settle down there, Buffalo Bill?
No, don't settle
Not
down.
you, Rob.
Yeah.
Still no.
You still know.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, quick stop to Barrow. You grab her and we'll go, and then we gotta head to Manlius.
I mean, I could meet you guys after. You guys can go now if you want.
I feel like that would be a dreadful idea to split the party.
Mm.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, let's
Again.
not do that.
I've never seen it go wrong before.
Right.
Been lied to immediately.
All right. What, 2 days trip to Barrow? I'm gonna see what Cato's been up to.
Cato has amassed a bunch of ruby splashtails for food.
Okay, we have to bring those to Birch quickly before they get bad.
Yes.
Delivery.
Of.
Fish.
Wieners.
Cato got fish. Here you go. Wee.
Good job.
Some of them are still flopping.
No, leave 2 out for Cato. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He's a big
I will
man.
take the fish.
Cato points at your spatula. He wants to trade for it.
For my spatula?
Yeah.
Cato, Birch needs that to make the fish tasty.
No, honestly, I usually stew the fish, and I don't usually use a spatula. It's almost, at this point, more for decoration. Yeah, he can have it.
Oh no, he's
If
gonna
you don't
hit
mind.
people with it.
You can buy a new spatula in Barrow. They're like,
Yeah.
what could one spatula cost? $10?
Yeah, he can have this one as long as he promises not to hit anybody with it.
Cato, do you promise?
No.
Cato sounds
You see him
terrifying.
kind of tilt his head, like trying to figure it out. Like, promise?
Strike?
I want to know that you will not hit anyone with the spatula, please.
He points to fish and he goes, "Fish, anyone?"
You can hit the fish, sure.
No, you can't, because then he's gonna attack the stew.
Not when it's in the stew. Don't bother Birch while he's cooking, but you can hit the fish, sure.
Okay, I'm giving this very nice otter a spatula. And a floppy chef's hat to match.
Nice. He gives you 2 more fish for the hat.
Perfect. Good. Thank you. There you go. Now you have a little chef otter. He's very handsome.
Yeah.
Obviously, Prim hears the thank you, but you hear the...
He's very
perfect. Me too. Me too. He's a good kid. All right. Well, fish time.
Nibble his toes.
No.
Come on.
All right, go get her, champ.
You arrive back in Barrow on the beginning of Legias, the last month of summer. Empire does its rigmarole, greets you all at the dock, asks to do an inspection of your cargo hold, asks to know if you're there for business or pleasure.
I just, stare at Slee.
You're so weird.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
business.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah, the business of pleasure. Hey-o.
Got him.
Got
Where's my gun?
Oh, Jesus, that
Where'd
scared
she
me.
go? Yeah.
Doc Pop.
If you're not a real man, so you've had a boat pop. I'm gonna get out. I'm leaving them behind. See you later.
Yeah. Go get her.
Go get him, champ.
A baby boat pop. All right, did we win?
Slate's winning currently.
Mm-hmm.
Slate.
I'm literally doing the thing I said.
Friend.
You arrive at the Viceroy's Manor. A knock on the door. The hall boy opens the door, greets you, and says, who may I say is calling?
Oh boy.
I'm Slate. You've met me several times.
Apologize. So it's just customs and courtesies.
Go on, get.
Sure. I will put you in the appointment book for the Viceroy.
Thank you.
This way, I'll show you to the hall.
Yeah.
I
The
know where I'm
hall.
going.
He still kind of walks with you.
Don't
I know more
touch
than
me.
Fucking filthy peasant.
Oh,
Oh, I killed him.
for 70 man, that man is precise. He knows exactly how long it's going to take at the aid station. Anywho, he deposits you off in the hallway on the nice plush bench, goes into the side room, to which the door opens immediately, and you see Viceroy Rowan kind of like step halfway out and turn to see you in the hallway, and he goes, "Wow, I did not imagine you to be back so soon. Please come in."
Oh, thank you. I didn't expect to be back this soon either.
As you enter into his office, he motions for you, the other chair on the other side of his desk for you to sit. He goes behind his desk and sits down. He goes, "Well, Captain Slate, is this the aforementioned meeting that I've sort of been dreading, or do you have something else to speak with me about?"
That's the
Nope,
dreading
it's
one.
that.
Yeah.
It's dreading. Really?
Slate, she is my only daughter. I don't know if you remember the first time you all came into my office and I pleaded with you all to go to rescue her, but actually, wait, didn't you all just bring her to me? I don't think you were one of the crews I've spoken to when she went missing.
It's been a while.
Actually don't remember if we were or not. It's been several years.
It's been a while.
No, we
Indeed
were.
has.
We had to go get the fucking dwarfs.
Well, I've drank since then too. Anywho, I have given her additional allowances, and she has been purchasing expedition gear. And I have had my captain of the guard train her around firearms and close quarters combat, for I do not know if you plan to engage on any other vessels while at sea. I expect you'll keep her as safe as possible.
That is the idea. I don't ever plan on getting in any fights. And the place she'll be going is very well protected.
Indeed. Will your family, I know you said it's your uncle, do they have any problems? Forgive me, we have to say royal, but as he motions to his horns, he goes, obviously you would know it as infernal blood. Would they have any problems that she has some of that?
No. They accept my kind.
Well, then that's fantastic. I would believe that was most of the worry I had. You can understand that anybody outside the Empire, they don't say it's royal blood, they call us infernal. Of course, you'll never hear me say that outside of this office, and I'll deny it that you ever heard me refer to it as that. But I do understand the realities of the world we live in.
Outside of my captain and crew, you're the only one in the entire Olane who can possibly know for sure what I am.
And as fitting of my state of office, that secret will die with me. You can be assured of that.
Good. I'll be back to check.
Please. It's great to hear. Do you have a good estimate of when you'll be back?
Me? No, but a year.
You see his eyes kind of like his eyebrows go up like a little bit of relief. He's like, oh, okay. Well, a year. Well, that's not so bad.
Or if she'd like to leave earlier, she's welcome to do that too.
Well, it's good to hear that she'll have some of her own agency to her own actions. Well then, keep her safe for me, Slate.
I'll do my best.
I do believe she is out in the courtyard. I'm sorry?
If you ever want to come through any of the gates to visit, we'll have people around that you can contact. I'll arrange it. So, if you feel like making a trip, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. I actually look forward to seeing your world. Of course, I'd have to make sure that everything is in good hands here in Barrow. I can't let it go to a cousin that would only be seared to get power. I have to make sure that the citizens and civilians are well kept, but I could foresee myself being able to walk away here in maybe a decade.
Very well. And I'll leave it at that. I'll let you know before we depart, which will probably be in 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
You'll find Mai in the courtyard. I do believe she's currently undergoing weapons training.
Cool. I would just like to say my goodbyes and kind of post up and watch her do that. But if anyone else has anything to do here, I don't want to take up too much time.
Yeah, I don't.
We're here for you. I don't even think most of us left the boats.
I don't want to cut off a training session, but I will watch.
She is in a training session. She's wearing like leather armor over like her clothes and whatnot, and she's even got like the leather helmet, like a football player's helmet from back in the day, is what it kind of resembles. And she has got a very blunt short sword, and the captain of the guard also has another blunt short sword, and he goes over he shows her the way he's going to come in and attack, and then kind of shows her what he wants her to do, and he gives it a count, and then he does it in real speed. As she tries her very best, she loses her footing, and he capitalizes on it. And as soon as he makes a strike on the side, he steadies her, and then tells her what she did wrong, tells her what she just do better, shows her again, and then goes back into the counts down 1, 2, 3, fucking full speeds it. She does a little bit better in blocking the attack and holding a good defensive posture. And of course he goes again, does it one more time, again, does it one more time. Now she's made 3 turns, and he goes perfect, and then shows her the next step of how it's a parry into a return of he would come in, parry, block to the side, and then how she would strike. He goes 1, 2, 3, comes in, she moves, she kind of trips over a cobblestone, but does catch it where his blade goes past her, and she flails her arm out with the blunt weapon, but misses him as he pivots ever so slightly, and she kind of goes tumbling onto the ground. He tries to stifle a laugh of oh shit, this is the Viceroy's daughter. I shouldn't be laughing at this, and helps her up. Again, tries to repeat that as she kind of when she's getting up and dusting herself off, she looks around. Slate, if you are not trying to hide, everything's fine. But if you are trying to be undetected, give me a stealth.
No, I'm just watching. Just standing there.
Menacingly.
She does see you if you're just standing there.
I wave. Yeah,
You see that
officer.
she goes a full face of red, whispers something to the captain, hands him the practice sword, and kind of does a marching walk over to you and like kind of comes up to you and goes, "How long have you been standing here?"
Well, I'm gonna have to see what you're practicing. I wave at the guard captain and give him a thumbs up.
The guard captain gives you like a sagely nod as like he's kind of still watching and holding both practice swords down. She goes, "Wow, embarrassing. Well, my father thought it was a good idea that I would get something underneath my belt before I left."
Here.
Good idea. Are
This
you
is
done,
fine.
or should I come back later?
"Oh no, we can be done here. What brings you back to town? Is today the day?"
It is.
You see her face like light up, and you're like, "Have you already spoken to my father?"
I have. He approves. So
She
yes.
grasps if your hands are just hanging down there, she like grasps onto your jacket and like gives it like a good like little shake, like and her like just like cheery eyes like glints and like, "Oh, this is great. I'm already packed. Where are you? Where's the ship
He's
at?"
already fucking packed.
On the I assume there's only one dock.
No, there's like
No,
plenty
there's
of docks because you have to facilitate all the different ships, and then like the ones that are offloading come closer into the dock district. The ones that are just have personnel or passages or more on the longer
I'm
docks, and then you've got the fisherman docks for the smaller vessels.
okay. I'd have to assume the Masked Maiden is hard to miss, and if it's next to like a man of war, it's even harder to miss. So I don't know what the docks are called. Well, fuck, they're down at the dock, but I forget which dock it is.
Let me make my
Can't miss it.
goodbyes to my father and all my friends and the helpful staff here. I will have, ooh, we'll get a horse and cart, and then we'll get all my luggage loaded up, and then we'll go down to the docks. How's that sound? Could you wait like 20, 30 minutes?
Oh yeah, I'll help him get loaded up.
Thank you. She gives you a peck on the side of the cheek. Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
She runs off, gives a curtsy with like the little bit of her blouse is poking out from underneath the leather armor to the captain. She goes, "Today's the day. Thank you for everything." She pulls loosens up the leather armor and pulls it off and hands it to him. Gives him a more polite full curtsy. And over the next 30 minutes, she's shows you where her room is. Obviously, at this point, like her handmaiden is like escorting, doesn't let you both in the room by yourselves, and like she starts directing the help to like grab bags. You see that she has like two full-on sailor kit duffel bags, and then she has her own luggage. They have them like pull a cart around on a horse. She goes and tells the chef that she's leaving. She says her goodbyes to all her favorite staff members.
Aw.
She does a very heartfelt goodbye to her father. You see, Viceroy Rowan, like, his voice is like more gruff. You can obviously tell as a man, he's like holding it in, like he's locking it in. There's no tears in his eyes. He's all smiles for her. He showers her with compliments, tell her that she's proud. He also tells her that she is ready for this and that she's going to make a great ambassador and she's going to do the empire proud. And he also gives her wisdom that like do this for yourself too, not just for the empire. And she says, of course. And she as a good mindful daughter, she says to her father, I understand that this wasn't the hardest decision, and I understand that it's probably going to be very difficult for you to watch me go, but I will come back, father. And this is where like it almost breaks me. He's like, I know. They hug. Hey, let's go. She turns, looks at you, and says, with the whole eyes of like, let's go. Out the door, into the carriage cart. She thanks the bellhop boy and the carriage driver one last time. And as you guys start clopping down the street, she stands up in the cart, and she waves back to all the people waving from the manor, and she's just like, "Goodbye! I'll see you all. I'll be back." And you hear like admonishing and like, "Be safe and good luck and have fun." And as the carriage cart starts rolling into town, she like before like it gets into like a busy street, she like hooks her arm around your arm and like gives you like a good tight squeeze. It's like she's just like so like this is amazing. And then as of course if you get into more town, she goes back to like more reserved self where she keeps her arm kind of hooked around your arm, but it doesn't impede you for driving the horse into back down to the docks.
All right, well, let's get this shit. Get on board. No time to waste. Right? We gotta make one stop in the middle, but then we're going.
Oh, sounds great. Where's the stop in the middle?
Manlius?
Oh, a tear gun port. Interesting.
There's no problem with that, right?
Not at all.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen there, but I think it might be a quick trip, I hope. Resupply, see. We need to gather some information, but after that it'll be straight on to. Jesus Christ, I can't read this. Or the port near Tone Island.
Tanyard.
Tenny.
Oh yeah, I just can't read
Yeah.
Rob's handwriting on the map. But yes.
Wonderful. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
Me too. It'll be interesting to go back home for a while.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
As long as you're ready for it, it is quite a shock.
Well, when you put it like that, I don't think anybody who's not from there can be quite ready for it.
I'm sure everything it will be all right. You'll at least have a warm reception. They know I'm coming back.
Oh, sounds exciting.
It will be. Let's go. Get all the stuff loaded up and
Yep.
have all
You
the
guys pull up
soldiers-
to the
or
docks.
sailors help.
You find the Masked Maiden. Everybody else who's been waiting around sees Slate driving a horse-drawn cart down in the dock districts. My bunch of luggage in the back.
Okay.
Adam, do you go to the bookstore at all?
Oh yeah, she's here.
Do we need an extra 30 minutes? He's dead.
He said.
Did he stop into the
again.
bookstore while you were getting
Currently
by?
doing it.
All right. Very well. Well then, if that's
Wow.
it for here. Everybody else.
Onward to Manlius so we can kill a guy. Yay!
Kill or be killed.
Where was the thing? I gotta find it.
All right. Manlius bound. It's gonna be a couple days of travel.
The Rookery,
Grant
Lieutenant
Gougane.
Miron, at the Blue Wheelbarrow.
Oh, this is the letter.
Yep, that's what Bertram deciphered.
So on the trip, 2 days out, you're passing through the trading lanes to Gougane. A day past that, you're now between Numako Island and Pura Island, pretty much out there in the blue. It stays pretty hot for summer. You guys do keep the wind, so you making kind of a decent time. But as you pass Pura Island, you notice that the shipping lanes that you passed, the ships, the flags are yellow with the red triangle of Mirez.
Mhm.
That's not normal, is it?
Pretty normal because you're coming up kind of like to where the Pearl Island chains kind of start, and Pearl Island has Chitoga, and then it's connecting in Oneida. So you're going through like a triangle area of like 3 Merisian ports. So it's normal.
Yeah.
I've had a different idea of where that is. I was thinking the Pearl Chain.
Yeah, the
Islands.
Pearl chain is
It's
like
close.
a bunch of them, but like Oneida and Schenectady are like the west, and Ilion are like the westmost that like start the Pearl chain that region, and then it goes further west.
Okay. I'm thinking
Don't do that.
whatever is east of Celadon Shores. Then I'm dumb.
Oh yeah, east of Celadon Shores. No, that's Hudson
Yeah.
Island, Daggertooth, and Quijano.
Right. I thought those were the pearls. Never mind. Yep, I've
Oh, yeah.
had it totally
Okay.
backwards this whole for years.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. I hope that helps. Yeah, between like
Yeah.
Oneida and Ilion are the Pearl chains that you guys are familiar with. That's the chain of islands where the shark folk were.
Yep, and I was used to the Merosians being now that we've traveled through there more often, and they do have a fucking hole down there. So I was like, oh, that's the pearl chains. Yeah, that makes sense. Here I am, about to leave the campaign, looking like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Classic.
As you guys take a more northerly direction, the next day, the edge of Castillo Island comes into view. And on the horizon, you guys can hear cannon fire as through the morning haze of smoke, somewhere on your northwest side, you can see ships on the horizon, and you can see the smokes being lit up by cannon fire. As mere seconds later, you hear the echoing of this cannon fire.
Yeah.
Like to stay
Durgan
far away from that if
versus
possible.
Mirage. Yep.
Baking past the westmost tip of Castillo Island, you guys then turn into an easterly direction as you start to sail along the safe coast. As I recall, the captain's style is to be no further than 7 miles off the coast.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since we've had that.
Been a while.
At least 6 minutes.
I'd say, looking at our map, a little closer than 7 miles. Enough to make it in between the small island.
Yeah.
Manlius.
Oh yeah, and that's way easy. Like you
We
will even as
scooting.
7 miles off Castillo Island, you do kind of spot La Grima Isle just to the north as you guys passed it. You see like it's got a couple of mountain peaks on it and whatnot. You can't really tell if there's any settlements out that way or not. But then near the end of that day, you do see the familiar architecture of a Tyrganian city, the white flag with the red cross and the 12 golden rings around. You see that they have 2 warships docked out from the port, and they have a ramshackle of a fort that looks like it's also in the process of being built up next to the port.
I don't think we've ever been here before.
You have not.
Oh, goody.
Being directed, finding open slips for both vessels, you guys pull into the port city of Manlius. You are greeted by harbor master attendants with 4 guards apiece. Just port arms, not looking hostile. But they do, like, before you guys can even throw a gangplank down there, like, welcome to Manlius. We'll need to register your ships. We're not familiar with the white flag and the 5 black stars. To who are you with?
Us. We're with us. We're the Masked Maiden.
Privateers.
That's the word.
Contracting
Masked
company.
Maiden privateers. Would you happen to have letters of marque or any commissioned with the Republic?
Yes.
You should have Dargunian paperwork, yeah.
I have paperwork for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you really have stuff for what are they? The Jesus Priest? Mirage?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm major.
Do.
They liked us when we helped them against the Sahagin.
I'm a colonel with the Nathair.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking congratulations on your promotion.
It's been a hot fucking minute.
Look, dude, I'm on a different boat. It's like a different country over here.
You were on my boat when I got papers.
I don't think that's true.
Well, welcome, Major Mask, to the port city of Manlius. As you know, if you wish to visit the governor, he would be more than willing to have an attendance with you for any intel or perhaps a job. Do you have any prisoners of war in your brig to transfer over to us?
Not yet.
Very well, very well. We just need to do an inspection of your hold, as there is currently an embargo on, he consults his list, all things Miragian and all things belonging and thereto pertaining to a Solville enterprise. So as long as you don't have any of those items, we should be good to go.
Nope, don't have any.
Very well. Gentlemen, inspect. You may lower your gangplank. Both vessels seem to be in area, but if you need supplies just off the dock district, I'm sure the merchants can help you. To which, like, you see, I mean, even Bridgestorm would know, and you guys have 5 days of food and water left.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The Traveler's Shadow only has 4 days of food and water left.
Well, I'll fucking fix that.
We need to restock.
221 gold and 4 silver for 30 days worth for the Masked Maiden, and 128 gold worth for the Traveler's Shadow.
Hang on.
I didn't whisper it.
How much did you say?
221 gold and 4 silver for the Masked Maiden.
Okay, and how much for Travel Shadow?
198 gold.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Bertram. I know this stuff.
70 minutes if it was 1 minute.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I subtracted the goldages.
Perfect. You'll be getting 30 days worth of food and water.
For both ships.
For both ships, yes.
Nice.
I've never been here before.
None of us have.
Right.
Manlius.
Where do we want to even go to collect info? We don't want to go straight to the Blue Wheelbarrow, do we? And just be like, "Yo, motherfuckers, what's up?" And just start shooting the place up. Like,
I would rather not start shooting anywhere
Yeah,
up. We
yeah.
just have one
No.
man to potentially interrogate, maybe murder in cold blood. I don't know.
we also have a real diplomat here if we feel like making Rob play with himself. That sounded bad.
Sounded great to me. Everybody give me a perceptions check real quick since we're still in the docks.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, please.
Mask Prim, you both see a trade galleon that looks oddly familiar with its orange and blue livery on its flag. Almost as if you have dined on that ship once at sea.
Friend.
Yes.
Is it Nigel?
No.
Mr. Thornberry.
Oh, I don't remember this man's name. He's very fun, but
I don't remember him.
Or is it his brother?
No, it's not the pirates.
It could be.
God, what
You
is
can't
his
tell me
name?
who it is.
I don't remember the name, but I have a
Then
feeling
let's
I
go
know.
say hi.
Yes, we'll go say hi because it is. I recognize it as friend.
I'm assuming Mai wants to come with us and do stuff.
You should probably keep her with
She
you in
is
case
more,
something bad
yeah, she's
happens.
really excited to come with you.
I am way more aware of things that bad things are happen with me around them.
Uh-huh.
She surprisingly had decent sea legs.
Oh, good.
Surprising?
I mean,
I don't know
she's
how
not
often
a
she's been on
sailor.
a boat. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
boy.
not a sailor.
Where the fuck is...
So you guys head over to the boat. Some of the crew members around milling about look over, and you see one of them wave and go, "Ahoy! Top of the morning to you, crew. Are the Captain Mask, Captain Slate?
Bet it's this
Oh,
guy.
You're looking for the captain?
Yeah.
He's in town at his favorite drinking establishment.
Which is?
Which is?
Oh, the green and yellow vine." He points like up a street.
Ah, I knew that. That was a
I've
test.
never been here before.
Oh, latest rage. Try out the bathhouses and spend a little extra gold.
Sounds good to me.
For
You
everybody
own
who has
the
who has a
bathhouses?
for everybody who has above a
It's this
12
guy.
perception
Bet it's this
check,
guy.
when he said and spend a little extra gold, he gave it like a little wink.
How dare you, sir?
It's probably a back room or something. Let's go.
Huh.
Yeah, I
So-
have a feeling this is Gorm. That's my guess. Final answer.
Up the street, past
Probably
the
way
street
off.
vendors crying out,
else did he
offering
say?
their summer lemonade, dear Gunnian Summerlade. Past another corner where a street crier is denouncing the lords of Deargun, and that it's high time that the port city governors band together to create a high lord of the Olenian to take care of us as this war is going further south. As you make the turn away from that street crier, getting away from his political agitation, you do come across a tavern where the sign is checkered in yellow and green, and there is a black vine across of it.
How does it look? Like on the scale of poor to wealthy.
It looks it looks like they went with a rustic aesthetic of hiding away in a tree fort.
Doesn't really answer my question.
It's definitely not poor, but it's
Okay.
definitely not like Richie Rich upper class. It is
Okay.
a comfortable
We're dealing
tavern.
with like a nice-ish place.
Yeah.
Okay.
The poors.
I'm not gonna get fucking stabbed here. Is what I'm.
No.
Yet.
No.
No one said that.
All right, Shannon. At least let me talk to them before you jump to conclusions.
No.
I'll just don't.
Alright. Alright, straight to the bar then. Let's see.
As you walk in, you see a man in his slick back black hair, his fine blue clothes with his orange drapery, as he's like patting the back of a black minotaur, and he's like laughing, and he's like, "And then I said, of course you can't go under there. It's frigid cold." And then like the bar like around him like erupts in a laugh as he throws back his head, and he turns over and sees you all coming in, and he goes, "What a fortunate day! My other friends from the high seas! Welcome to Manlius! Captain Mask, get over here! I'll buy you a drink! Have you ever had some Manlius lemon brand?"
I haven't. But I will.
"Joy! Bartender! 6 drinks! Oh, wait, he counts your head. 7 drinks for the whole round of my new friends that have just come to grace your establishment. Give them your finest stool. Captain Mask!" As he comes over to you and like gives you a good firm handshake.
Oh,
Tell me,
shake
friend.
it, man.
Where have you been lately?
Getting jumped in my sleep.
You don't say. When? Where?
The last place I was at, and I didn't like it.
Barrow, sir.
It wasn't Barrow.
It was Barrow that we were jumped.
Shush. I thought it was the other place.
It was not Gougane. It was Barrow.
I think it was Gougane.
No, it was the
You got
evening that
jumped
we
by
hung
an-
out with Mai.
You got jumped by Imperials in your sleep?
I
No,
it
we
was
got
by
jumped
like
by
assassins.
assassins for slavers.
You make all the greatest friends in the Alena, I swear.
I do have lots of good friends in the Orlane. You can
The
tell by the way
bartender-
that it is.
The bartender brings over 7 bottles of they're all like brown, so you can't really see the contents. And Grom helps pass them around. He goes, please try it. It's most delicious. It's perfect for one of these hot summer days.
I will try one. Yes.
In real life, you are drinking this summer shandy.
It'd be rude not to.
Take me.
And it's ice cold. Like the bottle is perspirating.
Oh. It's got everything I want.
I want
Indeed it does.
beer, Rob.
Dude, you should be me right now. I've been sober since fucking February.
Mm-hmm.
I got till
I've been sober since
May.
this weekend.
Wow. Big man.
I haven't.
Wow, it's been about 8 hours.
Grom leans into you, Mask, and he says, it's the only tavern in the entire city that I've outfitted with an ever icebox, so all their stuff is cool.
Oh. What a good plan you've made.
Playing favorites, huh?
Aye, that's how you do it. You make friends and favorites, and then you make a little coin.
Yeah.
What brings you to Manlius? Tracking down the assassins, or just trying to get to a more safer port?
Yeah, tracking down the assassins. You know how it is.
Oh, great. He like motions you over to like a side table away from the rest of the bar, and he's like, please tell me, maybe I could help.
We don't know too much, honestly, other than the fact that they're here.
Sir,
least
do
that's
you
what
know
the note says.
anything about the Blue Wheelbarrow?
Yeah, it's at I think it's a grog shop by District Side.
Hmm.
Sorry, I said District Side. I meant to buy the dock side. It's a grog shop down there. It's a
all
frequent
the
place for
dock
sailors.
side.
Hmm.
Yuck. I don't like those people.
Ever heard of a Lieutenant Miron?
Lieutenant Miron. I can't say that I have. Describe her.
We
She's
haven't
Hold
seen
on.
this person. We were supposed to be brought. Well,
Buddy,
the
hey,
Commodore
Rob.
was supposed to be brought to it.
Can I get a quick group huddle real quick?
Mm.
I
Why do you
know
say
her.
her? Yep.
Make a good point.
Oh?
You there?
That's fine. Probably shouldn't discuss too much about the assassin. We wouldn't want to know them to know like we're coming.
Well, you've already docked here. Did you fly your flag?
Of course we did.
Yeah, we did.
Then they might already know you're here. As he drinks
I'm sure they do.
he drinks his beer and like looks at you all like, didn't think about that, did you?
Yeah, we try not to
Where
think
would
too
we
much.
find them?
Whoever fucking said we were the hiding type?
That's the whole reason we're here. We're not hiding.
Yeah, no one has said this.
Well, you said a rank and you said a feminine name, so are they city guardsmen?
Unknown.
Hmm.
How do you
Yours
know
is a
this?
feminine name?
How do you know this lieutenant sent the assassins?
We don't.
Oh,
We just have the best guess, I guess.
well then, what's your plan? Are you gonna go in guns blazing on the Blue Wheelbarrow? Are you gonna scope it out in disguises?
Sir, you think far too much of me if you think I have a plan.
Because if you were to come into disguise, you would take the mask off. Aye. As he kind of like looks like his eyebrows like eager.
Probably, yes.
Have you mentioned the other place?
Which other place?
Blue Wheelbarrow to him?
Yes, Shannon did.
Oh.
Mm,
Prim did.
Prim did. Prim's
Prim
not a
Beeble.
liar.
She's not. She gives everything away
I
immediately.
really do.
Oh my god.
Well,
No
I have
business
no
of being
squabbles
around,
if
please.
you. I have no squabbles if you take the place over and give it a makeover with whatever you planned intended. Of course, me and my kind, we like to come here. Where are you headed next after you do with your little assassino?
I don't know. Probably fight somebody.
We're doing one step at a time, really.
Well, I'm only in town for a couple of days, and then I'm heading to Ilion. I have to make good on my promises there. I'll try to reinforce. Came into a nice shipment of musket rifles. They will fetch a pretty penny to the military over there.
You think
Now
Goughane's
that-
gonna win or lose?
I'm not a betting man, Slate, but Goughane's doing really well to defend themselves. If the elves and the Merusians can get their heads out of the sand and work better together, I could see the Merusians and the Quran taking over a couple ports before Gougane folds, but I actually expected that to happen by now. I'm not quite sure. I have reports saying that there's a little bit of infighting between the Admiralty boards. Merusians, you start fighting and they get all feverish, and then they start blaming the infidels around them for all the shortcomings, and what's more infidelic to feverish religious zeals than a bunch of elves who also believe in their own pantheon. It's like mixing hot soup with cold beer. It just does not go well.
Well, I'm no strategist, but I believe that even if the Quran and the Merusians win, I can almost guarantee that the Merusians will aim elsewhere as soon as it's done. So
I've heard about those reports as well, in which case we'll see three nations at a three-way fight. In which case, there's only one nation that stands to profit.
But you're not a
Which
betting
that's
man,
when-
of course.
That's when my kind of goes, the Empire will not capitalize on people's plight.
If you will.
Captain Gorm takes a step back and bows his head and says, "Oh, apologize, miss. Did not realize I was in the presence of another citizen."
This is
Yeah.
Captain Gorm.
These are
Captain Gorm,
Netherian?
this is my of Barrow.
Oh
Chance
my.
to meet you, Mai of Barrow. How interesting. I wasn't the Viceroy's daughter named Mai.
Who's to say?
Isn't this a Netherian port?
This is
No.
a Durgunian port.
Dear gun. Oh yeah.
You should know that.
I'm retarded.
Oh my god. Also, I already posted the place for your tea here in case you need it.
That's exactly what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Well, I have to agree. The Empire's kept out of it so far.
Indeed. The Empire's kept out of it so well that they've had to turn their attentions from pirates to the nasty undead scourge that I'm hearing plaguing the seas.
Yes, well, you can thank the Solviers for that.
Solviers. Well, I heard that name before.
Oh, just some Cran people who decided to kidnap a whole bunch of their own and sell them off to slaves as slaves.
He snaps his finger and points. Yes, the Solviers having something to do with what happened to poor Derricane. Is that true?
Correct.
Nasty business.
Always is.
Can't imagine
don't
there's too many slavers left in this world. It's getting harder and harder to sell humanoid stock. It is outlawed everywhere.
Yeah, we're trying.
Only outlawed in words, but not in deed, and Blue has plenty of coin to show for it.
Coin goes far. It does grease the palms of bureaucracy and makes people look the other way.
It seems
Hey,
to
any
be
info
looking
on
the other
Blue?
way everywhere we've been.
How familiar are you with Blue?
I'm not at all.
No, nothing. Information? No, nothing at all.
Just that it's the color of the sky and the ocean.
Go.
This guy's not actually in blue.
You ever encounter any slavers in your path?
I do believe I was in an auction house once. I do believe a slave master was trying to gain permit to sell his stock on stage, and he was told rightly off to march his happy ass back down to the church and plead for forgiveness.
Hmm.
Who was it?
Oh, Jesus, this was years ago.
Never mind. No, never mind. Maybe he's still large, or maybe we've got him. Who was it?
Don't recall, but it was a half-elf. I was in Arvindale, as I remember it.
Well, one last thing for me, at least. You've heard Devon's back at it again, right?
I have heard musings of the upstart, yes. I think he's up north in Tanayard, trying to put together a raiding party. This time is set on the Gold Dragon. Gonna leave Hallowbrand alone. You put any stock in that rumor?
I'd put a lot of stock
Which
in that
one?
rumor.
Which
That
rumor?
he's spending gold again to put together a hunting party.
Oh, yeah.
Thought by sure you've all beat him back and he'd be licking his wounds.
Yeah, it's only unfortunate that he got away. Do you know which gold dragon specifically? We know that there's 3, but
I'm only aware of the 3 in the Alena as well.
Our best bet, I guess, is to catch up with him up north then.
well,
Up in the
we can
great
finish
white
our
north.
business here and then head that way, perhaps.
Grom smiles. He goes, "You're a busy crew, eluding assassins, chasing slavers, coming to find the assassin. I'll leave you be. Again, I'm in port for 2 days. I would love to catch dinner with you again sometime if you have the time, but if not, I'll be in Ilion."
Well, thank you for the drinks. Please stay safe.
You're welcome. As he gives you all nod, handshake to Slate and Mask again, like it's a firm handshake. As he takes his leave, he tells the bartender, he goes, "There are drinks, put it on my tab. We'll pay it when we're next in port." And you see the bartender kind of give him like a half cockeyed salute. You can tell the man's never served in the military on a ship before, and he's like, "Sure thing, Gorm. But gentlemen, the Minotaur, a human, a half elf get up with him, and they leave the bar."
Does he
I
seem
didn't
to
think we'd
be
ever run into
heading
him.
towards the docks?
He is kind of heading in that direction, but he'll be passing by like the merchants districts first. Like just like when you guys see him leave the door, like he's obviously going the way you guys came, but when he takes that turn past like the street crier, like he'll have, residential districts, the merchant districts, and then the street down directly back to the dock district. So
You want me to follow him?
Well, he said her, and you guys are completely correct that we didn't have that information, so perhaps he knows more than he was willing to say.
So is it a yes?
That's a yeah. But I'm not
Anyone else?
Captain. Commodore, thoughts?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. I need you to stay with the group. I will be right back.
okay.
And I'm going to go to the bathroom. Before I take off my big black and gold jacket and hand it to Prim.
Okay.
Or whoever is willing to fucking take it. And my hat. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom, wait 30 seconds, change into the guy from the prison, and then leave. As long as there's nobody else in the fucking bathroom. Because that'd be awkward.
That would be pretty weird.
Yeah, it's not a multi-attendant privy. It's
just the
single
scene
stall
from
privy.
Austin Powers where he's in Vegas and he's going to the bathroom. Who do you work for?
Number 2. On the way out of the bar, though, I will try stealth. I don't want to draw any attention that...
Give me a stealth check to get into the crowd, and I would say it's a survival check to try to track him down now.
Yeah, right.
Not a bad stealth. Oh, great.
All right.
He is the survivalist.
You blend right into the crowd. You head in the direction. You beat feet enough times to check the intersections, to do a quick scan, and it's not hard. You do see the Minotaur, and you see Grom in his finery. They are indeed walking down the merchant district. You blend back into the crowd, go with the flow in. You see that he stops by like a sweet shop. But he doesn't buy anything. Do you try to get him close enough to read lips, or just to hear what he's saying? Or do you just want to watch him and see where he goes?
Close enough to read lips. I don't need to be close enough to hear him.
All right.
Yeah, thank God you're not you, because you couldn't do both.
Mm.
Or either.
Wow.
What?
Hmm?
Who are you?
Why? That's a motherfucker.
And deaf.
And this is why we play pretend.
Yep.
No.
I can do things like that, which I can't. Like, be happy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Classic.
You get close enough to see context that it's like, how's it been going? Been going good. Here's the take off the top. Oh, looks like it's been well. And you're like, yep, you can expect that for the season. Very well. Well, we'll be back in 2 days, back this way forth. Do you require anything? No, sir. We're quite good here. Very well. Grom takes the small purse and continues on his way. He doesn't snake through the merchant district. He kind of marches down to near the end of the where it turns back into the residential district. You see him. At this point, there are a couple of beggars out front. You see him drop a couple copper pennies in both the beggars' like outstretched hands. The one's kind of got like a plate and whatnot. And he kind of gives them both pennies and begins walking. And he turns back towards the dock district, but this time he's looping back from the long way of the dock districts. As you blend in, it gets a little bit harder here because it thins out in the crowd ways, so you kind of step back and give them a few seconds to get down the street before you get to the corner. And it wasn't 18, so when you get to the corner and like try to, stealthy as possible, not drawing anything to yourself and not looking like you're up to no good. And you look down around the corner where they went, heading back into the dock district. Give me a perceptions check. You notice the half elf is gone. It's just him, the Minotaur, and the human.
Then I'm gonna stop and immediately look for the half elf. If I don't see him in the immediate area, I'm going to attempt to either turn a quick corner and like hide somewhere, or if I see him, then we'll go with that. We'll see.
You acting as cool as a cucumber when you try to look to identify the half elf. You don't see him anywhere anywhere on this street, on the other street, or back the way you came, or like even like behind a box or whatnot, you don't see him at all.
Then I'm going to try to duck out of sight a little bit from everyone and change into one of our crew members.
Okay.
And then get back to it.
Get back to tailing him.
Following Gorm. Yeah, Grom.
Yep. What's your passive perception?
Something. 24. Jesus Christ, that feels high.
You see everything.
So when you come back around as now one of the crew members, Grom's a little bit more ahead of you now, but you still can keep eyes on him because he's like staying on dockside of like the cobbles of the docks, and he's sticking to it. He's like passing by like way by crews and people offloading or loading and whatnot as you start getting back into the busy part of the docks. But as you're keeping this and you're just keeping your cool and blending in with the 18 stealth, you do notice that the half elf ducked into a alley and he's looking past you down the street, like he's looking past you like where you came, but he's not paying attention
for me.
Yeah.
Well, good thing I changed. Hopefully he doesn't recognize the clothes are the same. I'm gonna keep going. If there's something like small to buy, like a fruit stand or something, I'll stop there, pick up a piece of fruit, and then keep going.
There is a girl and she is selling mussels.
Good enough. I'll take a half dozen and like take out one of my daggers and just try to like eat it as I go.
Hell yeah. A dozen show. It was like 5 copper.
Oh, okay. I give her a gold because I don't have fucking poor people money or whatever they call it.
She's like, she quickly like pockets it after ascertaining it's real, and she's just like, "Thank you, sir. May the light of soul shine down on you."
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I try to like be as discreet as I can about it because like, it might be a dead giveaway that I'm not.
I mean, she's around a bunch of people because she's selling, her basket of mussels for some of the sailors, and like some stop and get like 2 or 3, but and they're paying the coppers, but like you giving her gold, like she's ready to call it a day, but she wants to get rid of her her wares. But there's plenty of people around that like everybody's got something to do that like even her being like, because she pocketed it real quick to make sure like nobody saw it because streetwise, so it's not really that big of a scene, but and plus she's may the light of soul be with you.
And also with you. Sorry, Catholicism's kicking.
So he gets down to the part of the docks where the slip would go out to his ship. You see him turn to the human, because you're at such a long distance because of how long it took you to change and then being, blending in more. You see him say something to the human. The human like nods and continues on going. Him and the Minotaur go down the dock and board his ship. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'll tag along with the human then.
Tagging along the human, you follow him back around to the edge of the dock district where it butts up against the warehouse district. You see him go in 2 blocks of the warehouses and comes up to a warehouse where things are going in and out. The human approaches one of the ledgermen at this like halfway door. You see like the human like lean into him to get his attention, and the guy looks up and like waves him by, and the human slips in through the double doors where like people are coming and going with like large crates. What do you do?
No, it wasn't directly there. The place look empty, or does it look super busy?
It's fairly busy. It's got a good stream of traffic of like people bringing crates out, and then like every now and then like maybe a wagon of some supplies comes in. And before the wagon comes in, the guy at the halfway door like yells out, and they're like, a guy gets off the wagon, comes over, hands him a writ. You see him make a copy of it, hands it back. You shout, like in his loud voice, he's like, "Yeah, put it down in alley number 2. Put it on the second shelf."
I just want to go up to like the doors and see if I can see the other human like go in somewhere. Is he passing through? Like if he's going in and out to like. Okay, I'll just.
Give me a perception check to see if we can catch him before what he does. Wow, even with a nat 1, with a 15, you do see him like cut in between two of the stacks, but then you will lose him as he'll like be blocked by all the goods that are being stored here.
I want to pass by, but not go into where he went, and just see if it's like a doorway, another long passageway. Like what?
As you try to step through the double doors, the Ledgerman screams out, "Hey, who are you with?"
Can I just walk up to him and, all right, yeah, how you doing? Put a gold in the palm of my hand and just like shake his hand, be like, hey, I'm just here to check some things out.
He shakes your hand and goes, "Very well, keep it down, no messes."
Not a problem, sir.
He sits back down and goes back to his ledgering. So as you slip further in and you get to the road that he went down, you do catch him, and he is like,
Oh, I don't want to go down. If I see him down there, sure, but I don't want to like, it's like go to the entranceway and like kind of nonchalantly look and see what's going down there before I just head in there.
Okay, yeah. So you get to the entranceway of the stacks, and you see him like halfway down, and you see him like tap the shoulder of another worker, as like it's a warehouse worker from the overalls, you can tell, and the guy stands up and like shakes his hand. You see him kind of like exchange pleasantries, as like boys back in the block. They share a quick laugh, and he leans in close to his buddy and like whispers, and like looks at him like hey, right? And then you see his buddy kind of like nod and like give him like a thumbs up, like got it. And he just like taps him on the shoulder and then like gives him a wave goodbye, and turns to come back your way.
I will keep on walking either out a different exit of this place, or if I have to like make my way around, I'll take the long way around the building.
Very well. You are able to do either one of those options at this time with the amount of space you have between him and you.
I'm gonna head back to the tavern or the.
All right.
Yeah.
In the tavern, anybody want to ask anybody anything, do anything, order another round?
I put Slate's hat on Mai's head.
She like giggles and she's like, "How's it look on me?"
It looks good.
She goes, "How much one of these costs? And do you have to be a captain to wear one of these?"
I feel like you have to be a captain. I've only seen captains wear them. I mean, I'm not about to snipe Commodore's hat, he'll just swipe at me, so.
We should have our own.
Oh my god, do you think we could?
Absolutely.
I don't know, I've never had one of these hats. I pop over to Commodore. Commodore, when did you get the hat? No, not gonna take yours. When did you get your hat?
It's been a while.
Did you get it once you started captaining? Or did you have it before you were a captain?
I had it before I was a captain.
I look at Maya and say, we're allowed. We're allowed, we can get one.
No, it's only men. Women can only have bicorns.
Oh, the bicorns are the fucking cool ones.
Oh, you're a woman. Go transmute yourself somewhere else.
Wow.
I fucking will.
Maya makes a comment to your prim that you would look good in like a green one with a yellow trim and a rock feather.
That sounds fun. I don't know if I can wear one just because when I transform, would the hat come with me? Like the rest of my clothes come with me. Would the hat come? Or would I just be an animal with a hat on their head?
She's like, I don't know. I've never met that many druids. What happens to your other clothes when you turn?
Okay, we're gonna do an experiment, and take the hat on,
With
and I turn into a cat. Do I end up as a cat with a hat, or do I end up just a cat?
With what?
Do I end up as a cat with a hat, or do I end up just a cat? Do I end up as a cat with a hat, or do I end up just a cat? Do I end up as a cat with a hat, or do I end up just a cat? Do I end up as a cat with a hat, or do I end up just a cat?
You end up just as a cat.
Oh, I can totally. All right, I immediately transform back and put the hat back on her head and say, "All right, we're getting hats when we have a chance."
When it goes back on her head, she like looks up and she kind of goes. She goes, "Do you think he's gonna notice?" As she points up and you look, you can barely see a couple cat hairs on the bottom.
I don't think he's allergic. It'll be fine. He won't notice. Don't tell him.
After what feels like 20 minutes, Slate reappears at the bar.
I'd like to look like myself upon like re-entering the bar.
Good to go.
Well, not me, but you know the one.
Slate.
Okay, yeah, you look like Slate. Got it.
He's part of the Mimi clan.
Welcome back. What's the verdict? Is he doing shady stuff?
Looks clean. The elf's a pretty good tracker though.
Ah, they caught on to you?
He may have. I don't know if it's him or somebody else, but they almost did once.
But they made no move towards the blue wheelbarrow?
Not that I saw. I lost one of his other acquaintances in the warehouse, and him and the big guy boarded the ship. So he either keeps his hands like out of it directly, or he's clean.
Well, he seems like the type that wouldn't get his hands dirty, so.
I stopped by some candy shop too. I'm not sure. It took me a second to catch up, and I didn't want to get too close.
Did you catch the name of the place?
No.
Hmm.
But also, God never said what it was, so.
God.
No, but you could recall where it is.
I can recall.
Oh, lucky us.
I also have something fantasy-like in this game. A good memory.
Hmm.
I have short-term memory in this game.
Commodore Captain, are we going to the Blue Wheelbarrow today? Are we doing reconnaissance? What's the plan?
What time of day is it?
It is the afternoon. You have a nice alcoholic beverage in you.
Well, looks like we're going tomorrow.
We did come in with our flag flying. They know we're here. We might be. Well,
You asked the fucking
at
question,
risk.
take the fucking answer, or shut up and make a decision about it. How about that? Goddamn fucking druid people.
Don't blame druids. It's just me who tries to clarify our plans.
I would be in favor of going today. So, I mean, if you wanna take point on this one, if you wanna, is she wearing my hat?
Maya's wearing
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. When you walked in, Maya has her hat on.
Not even something I think. Oh. All right. Well, whatever. Looks probably good on her. Fuck it.
What? Mask said he didn't wear his when he was a captain.
No, looks good.
Thank
Should probably
you.
get one of your own.
I'm thinking.
Or do you want that one?
No, you can have this one back. I'm gonna get my own. Probably something in a blue.
Very nice.
Take it back and sniff it. It's like, I look at the captain. Did you wear
See?
this?
Did you say you sniffed it?
I'm putting it on my head. It goes close to my face.
Yes. That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird that you wore my hat.
I didn't wear your fucking hat. I'm wearing my own goddamn hat right now.
It's not above you to wear a hat on a hat.
It's a cat in a hat.
I fucking just side-eye the shit out of him.
Mm.
If we want to go check out the Blue Wheelbarrow, Prim, I'll go with you.
I think it would be prudent. But you know, I'm just a druid that talks too much about plans, and I stare at Commodore.
Goddamn right.
Ugh.
Learn today.
That is true.
And before I
You
head
have
out
good
the door,
ideas and
I
you
look
need
at
to act on them.
I look at Slate and I'm like, "Yeah, by the way, I wear your hat." And then I walk out the door.
I'm going with you. What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean
I'm
you wore my
like,
hat?
keep up. Let's go.
Smell like cat?
She's made decisions.
Woodson says, "Do you want me to tag along?"
Yes, please. If only for
Alright.
emotional support.
My looks to you, Slate. Like, am I staying?
come
Am
on.
I coming?
You're an adult.
I don't know if it's gonna be dangerous.
It
It might
probably
be.
will be.
Then I'm coming.
All right, let's go. You want a gun?
She motions to her side. Am I not supposed to be carrying this?
Oh shit! Would you like another gun?
I don't know where I'd keep it.
You got 2 hands. I handed
All right,
it.
but walking in with guns
Can
in
I
hand
open carry a
would be
deer gun?
that would
Oh,
not
here,
be
I got this
wise,
cool
no.
trick. You got the belt loop, and I take the fucking pistol and I put it in her back and then cover it with the shirt.
Thank you.
Yep. Watch out, it goes up for like no reason. Let's go.
What?
What?
Ugh.
All right,
You gotta
let's
head
go.
back down to the dock district, over between the dock district and the warehouse district to the side where you can still see the ships mostly. It's almost like the edge of both the merchant dock and warehouse district. You find the sign that is literally a blue painted wheelbarrow hanging above this grog shop. Seeing it's afternoon, there's not a lot of patrons in here.
I want to
Is
take a
there
quick
any-
scan of anybody who looks suspicious.
Before we
Anybody
enter,
who looks what? Okay. Before you
we
enter,
enter,
before you
is
enter,
there any
before the scan.
thieves camp around?
Perception check.
Oh shit, that's wrong menu.
that's you.
Oh, it's ass.
You've taught me only like 2 of them, but I'll look for them.
This is one of them. This, I think, safe house, and I think secret passage.
This is not one taught. You guys taught them escape route, safe route, and thieves guild.
Oh, okay.
Those are
If
the
you
only
would like,
ones I know.
if you would
to
like
look
to point it out to Prim, we can do that.
Yeah, sure. She needs to know these things.
Ooh.
She needs to be street. I'll point it out to everyone. Like, not
Potential
like super
street.
obviously, but like, yeah, you see the symbol that looks like a die with just the 1 pip
Okay, I see the pip.
is loot. There's loot somewhere near here. Could be in the building, around the building, on these grounds, but it's around here. Which isn't necessarily what we're looking for, but someone here, more importantly, put it there.
Okay, good to keep an eye out. Does anyone look suspicious? I'm just gonna take a quick sweep to look around before we head to the bar, so that we don't look too suspicious, just chilling at the door.
Give me a perception check.
Bing, 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 bing.
And while you're doing the perception check, I would just like to announce to Justin 3 to go.
Oh yeah.
What?
Classic, really.
Eh?
Ooh, should we get the private room, or do you want to sit at the bar?
I think it'd be prudent to sit at the bar so we can keep an ear out around the other patrons.
I'm gonna. Did you mean to roll twice?
The first perception was to look for the thieves' camp, and then the second one was to scan for suspicious persons.
Okay. Well, Miss Nat 20 with a 30. You can tell there's a whole table of scruffy-looking guards, like probably mercenaries, sitting at this one table.
All right.
And you can tell that this pair across this table seem to be in cahoots with them and are placed strategically. However, just glancing in and seeing it once, that's about all you can ascertain. And where did Slate go?
Oh, sorry, I made my way to where I
over
thought
there.
we would sit, yeah.
All right. Well, we can make this look like a casual double date.
Fair. We could do that.
Bartender slides over and goes, greetings. What can I get you? Welcome to the Blue Wheelbarrow.
Do you have any? Fuck, what'd you call them? Lemon piss.
Lemon piss.
No lemon piss here, but I can get you a lemon grog.
Mm.
No, what was it called? God damn it!
I don't know.
How about a lime Ricky?
No limes on Castillo Island. We have lemons though.
I take one out of my pocket and say, "You don't have any of these."
I don't have any of those, sir.
Now you have one. Take me a lime.
I have one. You want what with it?
Gin, seltzer water, and this lime.
Very well. I do have gin. One second. Ladies, what would you want?
Mead if you have it.
Mine's like mead. And then he looks over. He goes, "And you, tall, dark, and quiet." And he goes, "Oh, mead's fine." All right.
To him, lime Ricky.
You're the only one. You literally come in and give him your pocket lime.
There's more than one in there.
He pulls off 3 drafts of
I didn't even know.
mead for both my Primrose and Winston. Goes back over and continues to work the lime rookie drink. You see him pull the bottle up, squirts some, pours like 2 seconds of gin in it, mixes around with his little spiral spoon, comes back, pushes it over, he goes, try that one.
With my refined palate, how does it taste?
The juniper overpowers it.
Suffer.
This is not well distilled gin at all.
Is it
I
hot?
guess I will. Oh God, not the hot Tangeray.
Damn, I don't have to
Probably the
check
most
my other.
disgusting thing I ever drank. I will suffer through it. I won't offer it to anybody because I don't want them to fucking also suffer this. But I will pay for drinks.
Very well. Well, welcome to the Blue Wheelbarrow. If you need any of service, just call me over.
Can I get a mead real quick? Also,
Oh my God.
He pulls you off a draft of mead.
all right. I'm gonna nurse this all night.
Well,
All
I don't.
right. Well, you gotta wait
Goddamn.
for the night to fall first, sir.
Yeah.
Starting early.
Can we hear any of the other patrons chatting or?
There's a few chatter, but it's not like a cacophony of loudness. Like you don't have to talk louder to hear one another.
Good. Because I think this is gonna be a casual, like, all 4 of us are gonna pretend to talk. Also, if Mai doesn't know the situation about what we're looking for, that would be like the casual conversation. I'm filling her in as we are looking around for people.
So you think the lieutenant's here now?
Maybe. That's kind of what we're here to find out, or if anyone is associated with them.
A little apt that Associates of Blue would be in a place called Blue something.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what? I
high
didn't
likely.
even fucking think about
No,
that.
I did, but it's very likely that this place is a haven.
Do you think there are slaves working here?
Entirely possible.
Can I look at anime hair guy in the back doing dishes there?
Yep.
Okay. Does he look, I don't know, indentured?
He looks like a halfling, and he doesn't look like he's having a great day. Like he maybe woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Here's my list. Other list, not the regular list.
All right, everyone, look out for the blue feather. See if anyone will actually openly display that symbol.
Very well. Mai brings her meat up to her lips and she like peers around the bar over the top of her mug.
Okay. While she's doing that, I'm gonna like be talking to her, but checking out this table in the back.
In the far back, like the empty table in the backpack.
No, sorry, this occupied one just
Oh.
here. Father time.
Yeah, you just see this old geezer and this more middle-aged guy sitting there chilling, talking, paying no attention to anybody else around.
All right. You see anything, Brim?
I was referring to one of my many lists, and this one is of possible names of acquaintances that the wheelbarrow might know about.
All right, what?
You remember how I got a list of like kids?
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you think some of them are here?
Well, Manlius is one of said places.
Hmm.
Only two, but those are two that don't need to be here, as it were.
Well, I don't think I see any children around.
Hmm. Big
Although
town.
I do see something I'm not sure if I'm supposed to see it or not.
Oh?
Rob, in the...
What am I missing?
I just looked around. What are you referring to?
Oh. What's that? I don't think we would be able to see that from our angle, yes?
I don't think so.
No, not likely.
This, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of outside your view. There's no line. I don't have dynamic
sight,
lighting
yeah.
on this map. Yeah, but you wouldn't.
Okay.
You wouldn't
Oh, it's
see.
a rat!
You
Oh!
wouldn't see the rat in the storeroom right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I'm kind of zoomed further out. Alright. So,
I never forgot that was there, but
Yeah.
it's fitting.
you think there's some chitlins in here?
It's a big town, and it's part of one of my multitude of lists. So I think that we should finish our drinks and head back to our friends and tell them what we've seen.
What? We haven't seen shit, really.
Yeah, but I don't expect anyone to make any announcements. And it does seem like a lot of the patrons would be potential allies of said people.
Winston
Yes, the-
pips up and says, "If I may, it is midday. It seems like this would be the place all the dock workers come to drink. Perhaps to be more action later tonight."
Valid,
Good.
and I'd much rather have the rest of us available.
We could just discreetly ask the bartender, too, if he knows Lieutenant Miron.
Yeah, if you want to raise up all the red flags without the rest of our company.
It's something I might do. But if... That's fine. If you don't,
I would like to regroup before we cause a ruckus.
Okay. I mean, we do see that some ne'er-do-wells come here.
Ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, whatever. Bad. They're not necessarily bad guys. They might just be shitters.
Anyone who is an associate of Blue can go to hell.
Yes, agree.
Eh.
Thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun. We will pick this up next week.
Yeah.
Scared me. God damn it.
Ooh,
436.
I'm excited to play my new character.
Yeah, how long
No,
do
but
we
I don't-
still have with Slate? Like,
It really depends however long it takes.
Depends how long he keeps dragging his feet to fucking jump into the Fey realm.
yeah, because that's the thing. Like,
I'm not dragging my feet.
we only have you for a short amount of time, and then you just
Like a week max.
disappear, right?
I
He's
don't
dragging
just
his
disappear.
toes.
You know exactly where I'm going. Would you like to go?
No, we kind of have to save the world.
Exactly.
Not if we leave this world. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Fey realm, call it a day.
Time works differently there.
Mhm.
There are innocent people that we need to help.
There's also
Then
some
quit
guilty
giving
people
me a
here
hard
too.
time and let me go.
And who will captain your ship?
Either Birch or Alex.
Alex is going insane.
Primrose will be the new captain.
That's
New decision. Get
and
fucked.
who's going to be the medical officer then?
You also.
Someone with magic.
You always wanted to wear a hat.
I
Mhm,
can just.
mhm.
I found out I can just wear the hat. I don't have to
Yep.
be a captain.
But now you'll get to wear a captain's hat.
Mm. It's true.
And Birch is not an option for a captain.
He's the first guy. I said
Then
Birch or
great.
Alex are next in line.
Alex is going insane, so I wouldn't recommend that.
Then Birch.
So we can. Yep, Birch can be it. Good.
Yes,
Or
let's
just-
put the only two real life supervisors back in supervisor position. Actually, well, no, Rob's in the biggest supervisor position.
He's God.
Yeah, over all fuck of us.
Rob is God.
You know, I was also a
performance
supervisor.
performance management is being done.
I hate it.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
And
GG.
how dare you,
that-
Justin? I was a supervisor before we started this.
No. You've made.
And I quit just like Slate's doing. A little true to life action.
Classic.
Oh look, another Outlook calendar invite happened. Just everybody roll a charisma save.
Oh, hang on.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Let me roll. Oh, that one.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Oh, God. Good night.
All right. More D&D next week. Today is Wednesday, so next Thursday. I hope to see you guys then. If not, just have a great week. Bye.